Hi, my name's Corin. I'm going to be your host for today, and this is the third video that I'm recording. I've been having some trouble with uploading the second video, which was about relationships, if I'm not wrong. Okay, we got rid of this. And today's topic is something that I really want to talk about, but I never really had a chance to. So, original characters. I've been drawing since I was, I think, 3 or 4 years old, and I've had like a massive improvement, of course. Like, I was 3 or 4, now I'm 16 and shit. I mean, things change, right? Okay, so I have once more our dear friend. So, what exactly is the definition of an original character, an OC? Original character. Original character is used by artists. I like to use. Yeah, I'm trying to translate that because I opened the Wikipedia on Portuguese. Original. It's weird to me to like need to change the URL. Okay. An original character, OC, typically refers to a type of fictional character created by someone that is not affiliated with a company or by a member of the fandom. These are non-canonical characters created by the authors of fan fictions or fan artists. I consider myself both a fan fiction writer, as weird as that might sound, and fan artist. And then I just wanted to talk about my OCs, because I've been doing it for like a long time. I have here my current drawing notebook, and the images will be all flipped. I think if I can remember to put like a picture, I will. So I have this since February 13, 2013. 2013, no, 2023. And this is the first drawing that I made on this. Is Abominable, the G1 design with the G3 body, because I thought it was really cool enough. Who do we I have a lot of fan art here, but what I want is exactly what I'm talking about are my OCs. I don't really have many in this because if I don't really like a drawing, I'll just rip it off. The first one that I found, this is Moonshine. She's my Hero Academia OC. Exactly. What is Moonshine? Moonshine is her hero name. Her quirk is light radiation, like the radiation from the sun rays. She can bend that. But since the moon is like the sun rays hit the moon and the moon sends them back. Reflects, that's the word. The moon reflects the sun radiation. And so she decided, okay, I like the moon more than the sun, then I'm gonna call myself Moonshine. Because then she can bend both at both times, at day and night. I don't really like her lore and all, but I mean, it's what I have. Holy shit, my forehead is massive. Oh, yeah, and she's one of my first OCs. She's essentially all my OCs are self-inserts. Oh, there's also that. I have my OC from Yandere Simulator, which I downloaded a pose mod and I learned to like edit Ayano Ishii's model. So should have Kokoro's natural hair, a custom face that I made, and leg warmers, and like Monica's bow. And I actually drew her. I hope that I can put like a picture because I'm looking at the recording and it doesn't look that good. So I'm going to read a little bit about her. She likes cooking. She likes martial arts. She is on the martial arts club. Socializing and gardening. Not really. She dislikes sports, school, science, and solitude. She has a task. I really like it. This student needs a little help to set an anonymous encounter with club leader Umeji Kizuguchi at the West End Garden by 3:30 p.m. Forge a note and slip it into the student's locker. Will you accept? Why? Because I want her letter shoes to be friends with Umeji before he joined the delinquents. and like she's trying to be friends with him again, and I think that's nice. I want her to be nice. She's got like her reputation breakdown. She's 70% liked. She's 40 not percent, like the points, 70 points of liked, 40 points of respected, and 20 points of feared. She's got an heroic personality. Her self-defense is strong. Her club is martial arts, and she doesn't have a crush, which I changed because if you successfully do her task, she becomes friends again with Umeji, and she starts to develop a little crush on Dairoku. Yeah, and if Takayama were to be, oh yeah, her name is Korin Takayama. All my OCs are named Korin, mostly Korin Smith because that's the translation of my last name. And we have here, if Takayama were to be implemented as one of Aishi's rivals, she'd be introduced in the third week, and her canon elimination method would be by matchmaking, because you will do her task, she'll start to develop a crush on Dairoku, and then you matchmaking. Perfect. And I have something under this posted. Yeah, she's 17, formerly on Drama Club. She's on the third year, has a sunshine complex, and is a possible suitor in newer builds after the 10th week. Because I believe, like, you spend all this time eliminating the rivals. After the game is done, you gotta, like, try to romance some of them. And I think she'd be, like, a good candidate to that. Who else do I have here? Here I have my, I have a drawing of myself. Won't be showing because I don't really like I put a few stuff that I like. I put K-pop light sticks of J Park, BTS, Big Bang, and Block B. They're kind of the only ones I stand. I mainly only stand BTS. Snoopy, a digital camera, which is my Sony Cybershot. The Coraline's green triangle that she used to find the souls in the movie. Just Yuri from Doki Doki. There's like this is really bothering me because it doesn't appear here only when I turn. We also have the soul gems of the ancients in Cookie Run Kingdom. A few shapes which I think they're a reference to round 6. I mean, the series is called Squid Games, but in Brazil it's round 6. I have Roblox. And I have Hobie Brown's spider. And I have little representative of the guys from Love and Deep Space. Xavier, Zane, Silas, and Raphael. I'm a Zane and Silas main. I'd just like to throw that out there. And, like, it's clothes that I usually wear. Oh! You know when there was, like, this craze around an app called Status? It was like Twitter and character AI and shit, like all together. I did something I didn't K-pop idol see. And I have like her track list. I have concepts for a lot of her songs and albums. And music videos, that's what the word. Like, she has feats with J Park, Caillou, R.I.M. I guess I can pull it here. I'm not sure. But okay. We have, let me see. Yeah, I do not have it. But I have a few of the songs here. I think or all of them. Like in this document that I made, I wrote about what each song would be about and how would it sound like. But we have her track list from her album Slaughter Set. It's her debut album. Slaughter Set, obviously, feat R.I.M. Like, very about toxic relationships and shit like that. Forbidden, which is a feat with J Park. Matrix Bounce, Sun Gap Leaves. Heaven's Lock, as far as I remember, is like very Sabrina Carpenter's. Mundane, which if I'm not wrong is like a screamo. I think that's the word. Mirror Garden, which is a feat with IU, and Pyrot, 20 Respects Over Tragedy. I'm not gonna say what it is about, but it's a hidden track. Yes, I do this kind of thing. I have one for like Cookie Run Kingdom, which I kind of liked, okay? Yes, I do self-inserts to do OCX canon. I mean, Bernie Spice is fine. He's a fucking cookie, but he's fine. And, like, I just think that their lore is just, like, Coffee Drizzle, that's her name also. Coffee Drizzle was an archer that guarded the wall in the Dark Cacao Kingdom. And when Burning Spice showed up to destroy the kingdom, he decided, okay, I'm gonna take this random worker here to see what the king will do, that I'm stealing the people that guard his wall. And in the end, Coffee Drizzle and Burning Spice got married. It's my channel, I get to choose. Okay, I have my latest work, but I also have this one, which isn't ready and never will be because I don't plan on making it again, which is my Squid Game OC. She dies on the marbles games because she doesn't have the mental capacity to play that shit, and like, she didn't really mean to get into the games. Like, her ex-boyfriend filled her account with debt, and she can't really get past in life. And she's a foreigner. She called the number on the card because she thought it was the salesman's number. She thought it was Gongyo's number. I like to call the salesman or the recruiter Gongyo. Yeah, this guy. I call him by his actor name because he doesn't really have a name. Like, she doesn't be any dick. That's all I have to say for her lore. And she's a stoner also. She became, if she was on the second season, she'd be good friends with Thanos. Yeah, and she dies. I don't know. She voted to stay also. I think that's something I like to throw away. And I'm making... You know how I said something on the last video about New Alice and the Call of Duty reboots games? I have an OC for that too. I threw it away, but I had like my Cortex OC. She was like paired with Horangi, and they got lost in Hungary, and that's their entire plot. But I also have Delivery Duo. Can you guess who they are? My OC and Kyle Gas Garrick. I think the gas is the only instance that I actively participate in. I love the character, not the actor. All because of the Zionist shit that I mentioned in the other video with Valia Knight and all. But yeah, why Delivery Duo? Because after a mistake in a mission, Karenk. Oh yeah, she has a call sign that is Scrap. Because at a mission she fucked up, got kidnapped by the cartel, and they were extracting her pancreas. They were stealing her pancreas. And so she earned the call sign Scrap. And after going back to base, like, that was on a separate mission, and she found out that Gas had fallen off a helicopter, you know, the scene here. Yeah, she found out about that. And then they started to bond over those mistakes that somehow nearly killed them. I mean, it wasn't so hygienic to get your pancreas removed by the black market. And so people take her meat, she's what's being delivered, and Gas followed the helicopter. Gas with the helicopter, he takes the meat and he delivers it. Thus, Delivery Duo. And she is a corporal, but until her proper documentation is sent over, she's treated as a corporal because she's actually a sergeant. And I heavily inspired her design on like Gaz and Alex. But I also wanted to do like some touches for myself. It's been a long time ever since I drew men, especially black men. So that's something that I don't know if I said, but Exactly. My type is a B type, black or yellow. And I think that's no, I didn't mention my spider persona. That's something that I gotta say too. So yeah, this is the process that I am with the delivery duo drawing. I really like it. I've been trying like some new shading and thing. I really like it. I'm really proud of myself for this. Yeah, so Scrap is 28. She's 5'9", because I think that's an acceptable height. And she used to work for the Brazilian Armed Forces, and now she's on the Task Force 141. Yes, I love all my self-inserts. And I have my spider Sona, which should have a video of her own. But her canon event was losing her version of Hovey. Cause like there's this whole thing, you know, how she's a hybrid, and she got bit by a radioactive spider hybrid. So she got into a coma for a little while. Then she became Spider Fox, and like besides normal racism, in her dimension there's also the racism against hybrids, that thing. And like the hybrids that who are the animals that are closer to humans, they feel like they are superior, and humans massacred the hybrids and enslaved them for a good while, like we as humans usually do to ourselves not so long back. And that all happened. Then she was found out by Miguel O'Hara. And she's a really reluctant person to be around. Like, she's really reluctant to be around Hovey, specifically. But nonetheless, she's a surprisingly sweet woman. And these are all that I have in here, you know. I don't have anything else. Just a very shitty page. And that's all I wanted to talk about. And if I happen to make more OCs, I'm going to do a follow-up to this video.